Being kind is good, but in a world where people can take advantage of you, kindness alone isn't enough. Many of us were taught to be kind and humble, believing that good things would happen to us. But life isn't always fair, and sometimes being too nice can lead to being overlooked or disrespected. The world doesn't always reward pure goodness. Instead, it rewards those who are aware and smart about how they act. Machiavelli, a famous thinker, explained this. He didn't say you should be mean, but that you should understand how people truly behave. He taught that being good without a plan can make you vulnerable. If you're kind without setting limits, others might use you. It's not wrong to be kind, but it's wrong to think kindness alone will earn you respect. When you're too good without boundaries, it can seem like an invitation for others to take advantage. Think about successful people. They often understand human nature well. They know when to be gentle and when to be firm. Machiavelli wanted people to stop being naive. He wanted them to understand the rules of the game in life. If you always try to please everyone, or give without expecting anything back, or accept bad behavior, you're essentially telling the world you're easy to use. But you can change this. You can learn to protect your kindness and make it strong. The problem isn't that you're a good person, it's that you don't know how to guard your goodness. Many believe that if they treat others well, others will do the same. But the world has many people who look for opportunities to benefit themselves, even at your expense. They might seem nice, but they know how to use trusting people. You become an easy target, not because you're weak, but because you're too open and predictable. Machiavelli saw that when people are pushed, they often act selfishly, choosing what benefits them over what's right. If you don't understand this, you'll keep getting hurt by your own good intentions.
This isn't about becoming cynical. It's about becoming smart. It's about making your kindness strategic. You don't have to give up your values, but you need to stop making them easy for others to exploit. Learn to understand people's true intentions even when they smile. Realize that being liked isn't the same as being respected. Machiavelli famously said it's better to be feared than loved, if you can't be both. Many of us try to be loved and accepted, to seem harmless. But what has that truly gained you? Has it brought you respect or power? Or has it just shown you that people will take what you offer and leave when you need them? Kindness without strength and boundaries doesn't inspire loyalty. It makes people feel entitled. People don't respect what's always available or easy to get. If they don't respect you, they won't listen to you, consider you, or protect you. They'll just use you because you haven't taught them otherwise.
If your kindness often leads to heartbreak, disrespect, or feeling like your efforts are wasted, it's because you've used kindness as your only strategy. It's not a strategy until you add strength, awareness, and power to it. Machiavelli didn't say, "Stop being good." He said, "Stop being blind." Often, we seek approval and acceptance so much that we try to please everyone, losing ourselves in the process. We become peacemakers, agreeable, predictable. This might feel like kindness, but it can make you invisible. The world isn't ruled by those who are simply lovable, but by those who are unpredictable. When you constantly seek approval, you become vulnerable. You might compromise when you should stand firm or give too many second chances. Over time, people stop seeing you as someone important and start seeing you as someone to use. Machiavelli's point about being feared wasn't about being cruel, but about understanding human nature. People follow those they can't fully predict, not those who give everything away. If you lead with a need to be liked, you show weakness. You let people know how to control you, and they might think your kindness is endless, allowing them to disrespect you without consequences.
But seeking approval is like a prison. It's built with compliments, but keeps you trapped in self-doubt. Being liked is easy and costs nothing. Being respected is earned. It requires boundaries, strength, and the courage to walk away from situations that demand you silence your true self. Look at your life. Where have you given too much?
stayed too long, or tolerated too much? Was it true kindness, or was it fear? If you don't face this truth, you'll keep repeating the same mistakes, hoping someone will see your worth without you having to demand it. But they won't. Not until you become someone who doesn't need to be liked, someone who can be kind and still command respect. We were often told that goodness and loyalty would lead to success, but the world isn't always watching, and if it is, it's often calculating your usefulness, not applauding your purity. The world moves by influence and power, not just virtue. Where has your pure goodness taken you? How many times have you done the right thing only to see someone more cunning succeed? It hurts because we want to believe good people win, but the world rewards those who are strategically good, who know when to act and when to be quiet, who understand that how you appear can be more important than who you truly are. Machiavelli said it's not necessary to have all virtues but to appear to have them, because appearances shape how people see you and that shapes your power. You might be smart, but if you seem weak when you should be strong, or desperate when you should be calm, you lose influence. Manipulators succeed because they look confident. The truly good person often waits silently, hoping to be noticed, but the world rarely notices what doesn't demand attention. Machiavelli taught not just survival, but how to present yourself in a way that earns respect. It's about acting with purpose, not just reacting. And it's about letting go of the idea that people are always fair. They are not. They are often driven by emotions, attracted to charisma and strength, not just purity. If you want to be noticed, stop hoping your goodness is enough. Become someone whose silence is powerful, whose words are few but impactful, and whose presence makes others pay attention. In the end, it's not just morality that rules the world. It's mastery. Have you seen less competent people succeed just because they looked the part? Not because they were smarter or worked harder, but because they mastered how they presented themselves. Many people lose before they start because they think truth is enough. But Machiavelli knew better. Appearing to have virtues is strategy, not deception. In the eyes of the world, you are what you appear to be. People judge you by your posture, your tone, your confidence. If you seem unsure, they'll treat you that way. If you seem passive, they'll ignore you. If you seem soft, they'll challenge you. Your good heart or abilities won't matter if you can't project your strength. Power isn't just internal, it's how you show it to others. People follow what they see as authority, even if it's just an appearance. That's why confident, even foolish people sometimes get more attention than quiet, intelligent ones. They understand that you must control your own story. You must present yourself like a king, not to please others, but to control how they interact with you. If you don't define your value, others will, and they will almost always undervalue you. You don't need to pretend, but you need to project power. Respect is earned and signaled. So stop hoping people will eventually see your worth. Start showing it intentionally. Machiavelli wasn't promoting arrogance. He was revealing a truth polite society hides. Appearances shape perception, and perception shapes reality. It's not about being fake. It's about being undeniable. True power isn't always loud. The strongest people often say the least. What you say can be used against you, but what you don't say creates mystery, and mystery creates control. Machiavelli understood that a leader must hide their intentions, not because deception is good, but because being too open can be dangerous. Many think speaking their mind earns respect, but it can make you vulnerable. Once people know your thoughts and values, they gain power over you. If you're predictable, you're manageable, not dangerous. Strategic silence isn't about pretending. It's about keeping your advantage. It's knowing what to show and what to keep private. Think about how many times you've over-explained yourself, only to be misunderstood, or trusted someone too quickly, revealing too much, and had it used against you. That's not honesty, it's poor self-protection. In a world where everyone is watching, those who control information control the situation. The less people know about you, the more they respect your space and wonder about you. Hesitation is power. You don't owe the world your thoughts or explanations to those who haven't earned your trust. Every word you speak should be meaningful and deliberate. When you speak less, people pay more attention. That's influence. The person who talks too much is easily forgotten. But the one who knows when to be silent, who lets silence do the work, has presence. Strategic silence is not weakness. It's a shield for those who don't want to be easily understood. So stop making noise. Stop giving away all your secrets. Leave some mystery. When no one knows exactly what you think, no one can control you. That's a power no one dares to challenge.
If people can predict you, they can control you. Machiavelli studied fear and saw that predictable people are easily replaced. But unpredictable ones are dangerous. When people know how you'll react, they can plan around you, manipulate your emotions, and trap you using your own habits. You become a puppet. Think about how you've always reacted to pressure, rejection, or conflict. Others might have used that predictability. But the moment you become unpredictable, the power shifts. They won't know if you'll stay or leave, forgive or disappear, react calmly or with indifference. That uncertainty creates respect and space for you to act on your own terms. People don't fear the cruel. They fear the unpredictable, the one who can't be easily categorized, who smiles without showing their true intentions, who doesn't react as expected, who can go quiet and leave others guessing. Unpredictability isn't chaos, it's planned mystery. It's keeping enough of yourself hidden so no one truly knows where you stand. When they can't predict you, they can't prepare for you. And that hesitation gives you control. So break your old habits. Refuse to be defined by your past. Say no when they expect yes. Disappear when they expect you to be present. Speak only when silence would be safer. Your unpredictability is control. It's a shield, and sometimes it's the only thing protecting you. Machiavelli didn't say be chaotic. He said be untouchable. And being untouchable starts when you stop being predictable.
One of the most misunderstood truths about power is that respect isn't built by always being there. It's built when your absence makes an impact. We're taught that being available and responsive shows value, but Machiavelli knew that too much familiarity leads to disrespect, and scarcity increases worth. If you're always around, always answering, always giving, your presence becomes ordinary and taken for granted. What's expected is rarely appreciated. You see this in relationships, at work, everywhere. The one who always chases, always over-delivers, always available, is often forgotten. Not because they weren't valuable, but because they never made their value felt through distance. Machiavelli taught that a leader shouldn't be too familiar, not to act superior, but because the more people see you, the more they think they understand you, and then they stop respecting your boundaries. But when you step back, when you disappear on purpose, when you're not always the first to reply or reach out, something changes. They notice your absence, they wonder what happened, and in that questioning, your value increases. Your time becomes a privilege, your words become rare, your attention becomes important. Your presence is no longer casual, it's intentional.
Look at history's most powerful figures. They didn't show up to every debate or conflict. They chose their moments, making the world wait for their voice. And when they spoke, the world listened. That's strategic distance. It's not about being isolated. It's about elevating yourself. When you're always visible, you're always vulnerable.
But when you control your exposure, you don't beg for respect, you command it. So stop fearing absence. If the only reason you're remembered is because you're always available, you were never truly respected. Those who make an impact aren't the loudest. They're the ones who appear rarely, intentionally, and are unforgettable. Let's talk about emotional control, an underestimated power. You're taught to express yourself, but every reaction you show reveals your weaknesses. Those who seek power are watching. The moment you lose your temper, you lose control. Machiavelli taught restraint. He believed a ruler should act with thought, not emotion. If you can't control your emotions, you can't control outcomes. Think about the last time you reacted in anger or fear. Who had the power then? Not you. It was the person who made you react. Emotional control protects your image, position, and influence. The person who stays calm when others are losing control becomes a leader. Calmness in chaos looks like leadership, and leadership earns respect. In any situation, the one who stays quiet when provoked, still when insulted, and unshaken when challenged, cannot be manipulated. Machiavelli wasn't saying don't feel emotions. He was saying don't show your weaknesses to those who would use them against you. Your emotions are private, but your reactions are public displays of where you're vulnerable. Pay attention to your physical reactions when your pride is hurt. If others can trigger those reactions, they can control your next move. But if they can't, they lose their power over you. Mastering your emotions doesn't make you cold, it makes you powerful. It means you can think clearly when others are blinded by anger. It means you make decisions from strength, not ego or fear. Your presence brings seriousness, not noise. So next time someone tries to provoke you, pause, breathe, and smile if you must, but never let them see you lose control. In the end, the calmest mind wins. The one that doesn't flinch, doesn't react, and quietly handles the storm while others drown in it. Power doesn't always belong to the one who moves first. It belongs to the one who moves best. In a world that rushes, everyone wants instant results. They act quickly, fearing they'll lose if they wait. But Machiavelli understood a deeper truth. A true strategist waits and studies. He lets others show their hand because he knows the first move isn't the most important. The precise move is. Think about the last time you reacted in anger or fear. Who had the power then? Not you. It was the person who made you react. Emotional control protects your image, position, and influence. The person who stays calm when others are losing control becomes a leader. Calmness in chaos looks like leadership, and leadership earns respect. In any situation, the one who stays quiet when provoked, still when insulted, and unshaken when challenged, cannot be manipulated. Machiavelli wasn't saying don't feel emotions. He was saying don't show your weaknesses to those who would use them against you. Your emotions are private, but your reactions are public displays of where you're vulnerable. Pay attention to your physical reactions when your pride is hurt. If others can trigger those reactions, they can control your next move. But if they can't, they lose their power over you. Mastering your emotions doesn't make you cold, it makes you powerful. It means you can think clearly when others are blinded by anger. It means you make decisions from strength, not ego or fear. Your presence brings seriousness, not noise. So next time someone tries to provoke you, pause, breathe, and smile if you must, but never let them see you lose control. In the end, the calmest mind wins. The one that doesn't flinch, doesn't react, and quietly handles the storm while others drown in it. Power doesn't always belong to the one who moves first. It belongs to the one who moves best. In a world that rushes, everyone wants instant results. They act quickly, fearing they'll lose if they wait. But Machiavelli understood a deeper truth. A true strategist waits and studies. He lets others show their hand
because he knows the first move isn't the most important. The precise move is. So, will you keep acting on impulse? Or will you train yourself to wait, to observe, to know when your moment is near, and strike in a way no one saw coming? Power doesn't belong to the loud, it belongs to the disciplined, the intentional, the one who knows timing is everything. Now you understand why kindness alone wasn't enough, why being liked didn't bring you power, why being predictable and emotional made you easy to use. You weren't weak, you were just unprepared. No one taught you that silence could be strength, that distance could create desire, that unpredictability could be more feared than direct conflict, that your image is important, that unchecked emotions can trap you, and that timing is power. But now you have the full picture. The question isn't if you understand it, but if you're willing to be different. If you go back to the old ways, chasing approval, over-explaining yourself, reacting to everything, you'll be consumed by a system that rewards obedience. This world doesn't reward virtue. It rewards those who know how to move quietly, how to use stillness as a weapon, how to make their presence rare, their thoughts hidden, and their choices planned. Stop being easy to understand, easy to reach, easy to control. You are no longer here to prove you're a good person. You are here to live with intelligence, clarity, and power. Let others chase noise and approval. You will move differently now, because from this moment on, you don't just play the game. You understand it, and you know how to make it work for you.